I'm Michael Crichton. I'm the writer and director of Looker. Looker is a movie that has had a sort of odd history, roughly 25 years since it's come out. It's gone from a science fiction story to something that's now really science fact.
We can now make commercials entirely by computer, with no live actors at all.
Really?
It's curious to see how it seemed then to be imagining technologies that were just emerging, and we didn't really know the shape of them. We didn't really know quite what form they would take. And now, of course, all these things exist. They're real in the world. And so the movie, in a way, has a fictional quality that it didn't have then. At the time I did this, I was dividing my time between writing novels and making movies. So I wanted to do a story that was much more realistic and present day, but future-oriented. And I chose this story because it brought together a number of themes that interested me at that time. One was this sort of idea of perfection of beauty that involved a kind of culture of plastic surgeons and actresses who were constantly going to exercise classes and doing all kinds of things to attain a level of physical perfection.
You probably think I'm beautiful, Dr. Roberts, but I'm not. I have lots of defects to fix. I have a list right here.
Another thing was the emerging computer culture that was starting to invade visual media as it had already started to move into text. But people were only talking about the idea of processing images in the way that has since come to pass.
At $1 million a minute, we want you to be looking at what we're selling.
And the last thing was advertising and the power of advertising.
I admit it. I have troubles with bugs and roaches. Well, I found my answer right here.
The notion that we were going to be increasingly immersed and surrounded by visual culture, that there were going to be screens everywhere, we were going to constantly be seeing images that weren't generated in real time, that they were from somewhere else and moving at a different pace.
Hello, I'm Senator Harrison, sharing with you some of my private thoughts on the eve of the national election. Perhaps you feel as I do, that our great nation faces trying times.
One of the things that was made possible by Looker, because it's an odd combination of things, was it enabled me to assemble a really terrific cast of characters and actors that probably wouldn't ordinarily be in a movie together. So we had Albert Finney, this wonderful, extraordinary, rather classical in many ways actor.
It's just that you're very beautiful, Lisa, and I can't imagine why you'd want to change what God has given.
We had James Coburn, who was just a fabulous and extremely well-known Hollywood actor. Susan Dey, beautiful and intelligent. Leigh Taylor-Young, also beautiful and intelligent. And then just dozens and dozens of extremely beautiful women that we all had to deal with as best we could. What was really unusual about working on this film, at least for me as a director, was that it had so many disparate elements going on. There was a part of it that was really high technology, and there was a part of it that really wasn't, that had to do with human reactions to losing track of time. And the jumble of things that went into that movie, and the fact that I found it in a certain way, most of it very funny. I hope you enjoy this film. Looker's a movie that has always had a certain audience that has liked it a lot and has enjoyed it a lot. For many others, it's not been known at all. I think of it as a movie that was really trying to see into the future, trying to see something about where our society was going and what forces were going to act on us and what visual media was going to be like in the future. So as you look at it now, you'll have a chance to see a little bit about what we thought might happen then and know for yourselves what has already taken place.